This engine feels very, very refined.
Let me welcome you to today's episode. ...650cc bike, 6 positions.
Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to another test ride. This is Honda Rebel 500 2021. This is a little cruiser that offers really a pleasant ride. It has a twin engine, 500cc, more exactly 471 cubic centimeters, and it is a very, very nice little cruiser. I think that it can reach a decent speed, and for just one person I think that this one is perfect. Also the consumption should be very, very low on this one. It is a chain driven motorcycle. It is liquid cooled. This one has a parallel twin engine with 46 horsepower, producing the peak power at 8,500 RPM, and the peak torque it's at 6,000 revs, and it is 43 Newton meters. So a very efficient little engine, I think, with the 6-speed gearbox, and very nice riding position. So the riding position, the seat, it's at 69 millimeters, and this one feels very, very large and softer than I previously thought. The other seat, I mean for the passenger, it's totally different. It's a very small one, and I think that it should be appropriate only for shorter rides. The front suspension, it's not adjustable. At the rear you just have preload to adjust. LED front light, LED turning signals, classic forks, and a single disc at the front, and also a single disc at the rear, so both Nissin. So about the dimensions, this bike is not so small. You may think that it is, but when sitting on this bike, if you are not too tall, it's not small at all. So maybe the fuel tank, that it's only 11 liters and 2 deciliters, should be a bit bigger, but otherwise I think that this bike has very nice dimensions. Okay guys, we are on the Rebel 500. This is a cruiser, so a totally different style of bike that I'm used to, but I have to say that I would get used to it very, very quickly. So this bike has a twin cylinder engine, a parallel twin, and it has 6-speed gearbox that is very, very smooth. It's very precise. I have to say that after 1 hour of ride I didn't feel any vibes. I was over 110 kilometers per hour, but there were no vibes. So this engine feels very, very refined and just right for this type of bike. Here we are in the 6 and cruising at 80-85 kilometers per hour. This is the right speed for this bike. Sure, it goes a lot more if you would like to, but this is a cruiser, and as a cruiser this speed, it's just perfect. The mirrors are not stuck, but I can say that I see everything what is happening behind. This handlebar, it's the right one, so it's not too large, but it's on the right position that your hands can rest all the time while you're riding. The dash, it's very nice. It's just in front of you, so here it's just a short distance from the rider. The commands are very easy reachable, so the high beam and the siren turning signal, everything feels on the right place. This one has just ABS and nothing more, so it's not a very powerful bike. It has 46 horsepower, but this is enough for this type of bike. So if you consider that this is a 500cc bike, 4-stroke parallel twin cruiser, this is the right amount of power. If you would like to take a passenger, be aware that this engine, it's not so powerful. So for 2 up, you will need more horses. I have to say that this dash, it's very hard to read in the sun, but otherwise I like it. It's a stylish dash, a circular one with only the indicating speed in front of you, and this looks just nice. So let me check the brakes. Now I am at 50. Yeah, the brakes work very, very nice, considering the fact that you have only one disc at the front. These are quite effective. This bike has 191 kilo, and the weight distribution, it's very nice. It is very low, down low, so it feels agile and manageable. I would say very, very manageable. It goes very nicely also in the twisties. You can push it if you would like to do it, and it goes nicely into the corners. Be aware that you cannot lean as much as on a super sport bike, so you will quickly find the limits on this bike, but still it's agile, and it goes into corners really nicely. Let's push it a bit. Yeah, these horses are real. So 46 horsepower, when you open it, it still goes. It's not as quick as maybe someone would like it to be, but it's quick enough for a cruiser. I like the sound of this bike. when being in high revs, it sounds very, very deep. It sounds like it would be at least 800 parallel twin. So I think that this is the fact of the exhaust. The exhaust, it's tuned very nicely here on this one. The suspension, it's harder than I thought, but I also like a bit harder suspension than those that are too soft. The clutch engages somewhere in the middle, and this is the very nice thing. All of you that are shorter than 6'1" or 185 centimeters will find this bike comfortable, I think. I think that this bike, it's a do-it-all bike for somebody that just got the license. We can imagine that these bikes are not so agile, not so manageable, and so on, but this one feels very light and very nimble and everything. I mean, you can ride it easily, and you can lean almost like on a naked bike. Yeah, almost did it. A very good turning circle, guys, for a cruiser, I would say. So the average consumption of this bike should be around 4 liters. Some say that it is possible also to do less than 4 liters per 100 kilometers. So this is a very, very economical bike. The front turning signals are just all the time on. So this is what Hondas have. Let's do 3 pros and 3 cons. The first pro, it's the engine of this bike. It feels appropriate for a small cruiser, and it's very, very economical. And I would say that what surprised me very much, it's that it's vibes free. So the engine. The second pro, it's the seat. I find this seat very, very comfortable for being such a low seat. And the third pro, it's the quality of the bike, the overall quality. This bike feels very solid and well made. The first con, it's the fuel tank. This is just too small. I think that 11 liters and 2 deciliters, it's too small for any bike, I think. The second con, it's the engine for 2 up. So for a single rider, this is perfect, I would say, for a cruiser. But for 2 up, it needs at least 15 horses more. And the third con is the suspension. I think that it should be a bit more capable in terms of absorbing bumps, at least for me that I am 100 kilos. This was Honda Rebel 500 2021, guys. A very nice little cruiser. I hope that you enjoyed. Please do me a favor and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Till the next one.